This is the Hungarian club in Bradford, and it was open for just over 50 years, and I made a whole project in here. It took me about 2 years of shooting because the club was closing down. The reason I have a connection to it is because my dad's Hungarian, so I've got memories of coming to the club when I was a kid and a teenager and an adult as well. And being a photographer, I think you're kind of naturally drawn to these kinds of things, you know, things that are closing, things that are ending. The majority of the time I was shooting, I was actually on my own. The club was closed, walking from room to room, photographing things, finding things and staging images, because that's what the work ended up being, rather than documenting. I like the fact that the viewer, the person coming to the exhibition, will actually walk around the house and find things, a little bit like I did as I was shooting, and take in the whole space, not just take in the photographs. I'm using a lot of the rooms inside the house, and some of the prints are going to be really big. For instance, this one, these are my test prints that I've positioned. This will be literally the whole wall, that's the idea. The objects within the images kind of talk about or represent what this Hungarian community put inside a place that represented Hungary in a way. You know, this kind of was a sort of invisible monument in a way, you know, to Budapest, to Hungary, and to the revolution, because that's the reason why the Hungarians came here en masse, was a revolution in Hungary. It does highlight Bradford as a place of refuge in a way. You know, it had so much industry, so many jobs, that it was a great place for people to come. My dad always jokes about and talks about the idea that if you lost your job one day, you could walk across the road and get a job somewhere else. So everyone had money in their pockets. It was a buoyant city, you know, where people had money to spend. And lots of the Hungarians that came here were all young men, you know, and they wanted a place to gather and get drunk and spend all their money that they earned in the textile mill.